Hello and welcome to Flory Models Kit Review Time. Today we've got Tamiya's iconic 1/35th scale Kettenkraftrad. This is Sd Kfz 2 version of this said kit. Again, this is one of these things, you often think of Tamiya and just them doing the German, 1/35th scale stuff right the way through. Yeah, absolutely, they've done them. And again, new version of it's come along, so very much looking forward to having a look. Very much iconic. We're guessing you get the figures, or hoping you get the figures as well there. So we got a couple of troops, and obviously the Kettenkraftrad with the driver, and it's got the trailer on it as well. Okay, there's the actual Kettenkraftrad itself. So you've got your colour callouts, which are in LP colours now as well, which is quite a nice touch. And down in there. So your kit number for this one is 377 for that one. And then as you can see, we've got the little trailer onto it as well. So again, really nice to get a new version of. So down in here we have wheels, and obviously we've got some of the track stuff. We've got the main parts and the wheels. Then we do get the figures as well. Really nice touch with that. And it looks like we get little bases for the figure as well. That's nice. Got a lovely little bit of photo etch just down in there. And obviously we've got the decals. Then we've got an information sheet. And then we've actually got the instructions. So if we just move that out of the way for a moment. So instruction, obviously very nice the way that Tamiya is doing it these days. They're actually doing proper colour sort of pull out sheets with all the information on it as well. So if you're like me and you don't know what the hell you're talking about, this is great because it shows you about, we've got the various items on here and what to call them. A little bit of a history about the actual vehicle itself right the way through, so you can do a little bit down in there. But what's nice is also now we've got colour. Okay, so it's showing for the new LP colours as well. So we've got LP 55, LP 56, and then LP 57, which obviously are the equivalent to XF 90, XF 89 and XF 88. Okay, so it's right up my street because I do like my LP paint. And again, very nice markings. And we got the standard one down in there, just in the sort of buff colour, the sand colour as well in there. So that's really nice to have. Okay, so in the old instructions, we've got the usual sort of pull out on these, as you can see. So it's going right the way through. So you're making up the actual body, the Kettenkraftrad itself, right the way through, adding all the body parts onto this one. There's that grille. Okay, so obviously depending on the versions you're doing, so if you're doing like this one's going to be the one in Africa, things like that, you got a little bit of extra work going just down in there, giving those in. And then again, various side panels being fitted. It can open or close as well down in there. We've got the exhaust, the various things being fitted into that one. You get a fully detailed engine, which is a really another nice touch with the kit. And we've got the cooling system, we've got the rocker cover and all the rest of it being fitted down in there, the gear selector, and then that being fitted down into that engine cover, which is a really nice touch with this kit. That you've even got the air things, the seats and all the bits and pieces that fits down in there. We've got obviously the little dash for it as well, with the speedo and the various bits and pieces, the gauges all being fitted down into there. So all of those areas making up the actual Kettenkraftrad itself. Then we're into the track system of it. There is a little bit, to be honest, so it's probably going to be a bit of cleanup in here. But again, really nice details right the way through. Okay, and then we've got the track system being fitted in, which we'll have a look at the moment to see how those look and line up. But it looks like we do have link and length. So obviously you've got lengths of track, then you're going to be putting in the links for the curves and the underside bits. And again, it's got the sag into it, as you can see, already molded in. So that's actually going to help out quite a lot. Popping the wheels in, and then obviously, as you might imagine, exactly the same for the other side. Okay, then you've got to put the blocks on. Fun. Okay, so we'll be checking that out to see how that is, because it might be cleanup time. Okay, but as you can see, they're on here like that. And again, it's talking about how you can use them in lengths. So obviously you can just cut them off and put them down in one, lock them in, so forth and so on, or you could do them as individuals right the way through. Mud flaps being fitted to the back. We've got a little tow hitch as well. It's talking about not gluing that on. Okay, and then obviously we're working on the front wheel. So we've got the front suspensions, the mud guard, the handlebars being fitted onto it, and all the parts onto it. And we've got a roll on the back as well, completing that one off. Then it's over to the trailer system. Pretty straightforward right the way through on that one. And then we've got the cover going onto it and the areas, and then we've got the figure. So again, detail call out for all your colours and your bits and pieces going down in there as well. So that's quite nice for doing all of those. Okay, and then we've got the actual MG42 being fitted down on thing, and the K895 on there. And then obviously we've got the figures for walking along. Again, fully detailed as well onto this one. And again, these are just pointing out little nicks to take out. So obviously there's going to be one on the back of the helmet, we're assuming. So you just want to make sure you take those out as well, even if you've cut them off the actual tab. But again, nice that we get all the little figures with it. So great little dio straight off the bat. Okay, so this is where I stab myself on a staple. Okay, so first up, got the first little panel down in here. Very typical Tamiya. It's typical colour, typical textures and all the bits that go with it. And again, on the close-up, as you can see, very nice. No real sink marks, good level of detail. Small tabs, little actual injection tabs onto the parts. Very, very small, very, very lightly done, which is quite nice. So cleanup should be quite good and easy with those. There's that roll for the actual back. The other parts all down on there. So that's actually looking very good. Flipping it over onto the blind side. All the ejector pins are extremely shallow. They're really nice. No problem with any of that at all. Okay, so then down over here we've got the wheels. And obviously we've got the engine parts and things like that. So you can see we've got the mud guards. That's the cover, I assume, for the rear. Sorry, here's the cover for the rear. And then all the parts. And these wheels, they're already linked together as well. So that's going to be quite straightforward. There's your engine. So a nicely detailed engine with that one as well. Okay, front wheel. And then obviously we've got the hub for the inside being fitted down onto there. And again, all the ejector pins are very lightly done. It's my new word for it now because they're very light on the surface. It's not like they're pushing in hard to get it out and you're left with a big dent. They're actually really nicely done. Very good level of detail on all of that. Okay, then we've got the tracks. So, ow, there you go, bit me. Okay, so we've got a match pair here. Okay, am I bleeding? Probably if I squeeze it hard enough. Okay, but anyway, there we go. We've got the wheels, and that's your length tracks, and then obviously we've got the separate links all the way down in here. Okay, so that's all of those. That's pretty good. And then all of these blocks, which again, we were talking about, if you cut, you can line them up because these are the same distances as is required as well. So putting those on, so you've got the little tabs going to be fitting onto these. No problem at all. But again, it's going to take a little bit of time, but it could be worse. There could be hundreds of them. At least there isn't that many on this one. So that's pretty good right the way through on that one. And again, like we were saying, we've got two of those. Then we've got the figures. So for the figure guys out there, so that's actually really nice. Beautiful level of detail. And let's face it, Tamiya have really sort of cut the mustard on this one. I suppose we can do it this way around. As you can see down in here, that MG42 is looking good, and the car looking pretty good. We've got the tools, the trenching equipment, got the legs and the boots all looking nicely moulded. We've got the bodies, the torso and all their equipment looking very nice indeed. And then obviously we've got the arms, torsos and legs, and again the faces look pretty nicely done as well. Obviously we've got the helmets going on top. But the face mouldings look particularly nice. No problem with those. Okay, last up we've got the decals and things, which we know are going to be absolutely gorgeous. So again, nice touch, get a little bit of photo etch. So that's all it is. So that just needs to be bent and put in. But that's quite nice. And then we've got the decals, which you can't see because they're buried. Here we go. So, wow, that it? So we just get the instruments. That's it. Don't know why I was so excited. There we go. Beautiful, very nice. Again, it's really nice to get a brand new tooled, up-to-date redesign of this particular kit. It's such an iconic one. It's great for any diorama or just a standalone build as well, very much. And it's said, coming with the figures as well, that really just finishes it off very nicely. So there we go. That's Tamiya's 1/35 scale Kettenkraftrad.